Hi and welcome. Today I just want to pop in for a few minutes and talk about what I have been seeing in the astral lately in the last couple of weeks. We are January 4th. So this video I want to discuss the dome, human beings moving under a dome, as well as what we can expect a little bit in 2026. So, first thing first, when we think of a dome, we can presume perhaps there's something wrong with our atmospheres, correct? Or there's some kind of element that made life inhabitable, and human beings have to gather underneath this dome that protects us, correct? It's not like that. What I have seen and what was shown to me is, or I guess, I don't want to say like shown to me as I have like some kind of sacred knowledge. Think more about it as the collective, like a bunch of human beings sharing information in a collective consciousness, and me picking that up and translating this information from you for you, because this feels like the place it actually came from. It's yeah, it just, this is where it comes from. So when we think of the light, like casting a light or being a light being, it's easy to have the connotation with the darkness, correct? Like, oh, if I'm a light being, I'm here to cast a light on some kind of shadow entity, or bringing the shadows up to the surface. And that is one aspect of it, but there is another one. Sometimes embracing the light is not about confronting or casting light on a shadow. It's about walking away from a conflict entirely and go out to build something entirely new. And this is the frame of thought I would like, a frame of mind I would like you to be in as I'm sharing this information with you. So the dome, again, no, it's not about like something like a big solar flash or like some kind of like doomsday scenario, nuclear war happening and we have to go like gather underneath the dome. It's not that. The way the dome that I see, think of an umbrella of governance. Think of a group of human beings saying, hey, you know what? We are tired of these governments. We are tired of these wars. We are tired of the global elite. And we're just gonna say no to it all and walk away from it and start from scratch for ourselves. So essentially, that's what the dome is. It's an umbrella of a collective group of people who decides to branch away entirely from all the conflicts and wants to start something new. And this umbrella, this dome, protects us from the past energies, so they don't come and try to eliminate us, so to speak. So let me speak in further details about what this implies, because when I was shown these images, like of a collective group of people moving under a dome, the energy of the powers to be, and you can think there, like the global elites, and it fell to me, and they were starting talking to me, I guess, in the astral, and telling me like, hey, you can't just leave like that. They saw a group of humans saying, no, we're tired, we're leaving, and we're going to go do our own thing somewhere. We found a spot in the world, have our own piece of land, and be done with all of this BS. And they were like, but you can't just leave like that. Like, they saw us, a group of us, leaving as a threat to their establishment. They saw it as an attack even on their establishment. And I had to be firm with them and say, no, listen, we're not attacking you. We don't even want to fight with you. We're just tired of the bullshit and we want to start something entirely new. And they were like, oh, you can't do that. I was like, what do you mean I can't do that? Like, I thought, we were voting. I thought it was democracy. Like, if you tell me I cannot leave, then this government that you're speaking of, it's a cult. It's not even the government anymore, if you want to play these lines. And I had to reassure them that you cannot threat anyone that wants to leave. Like, it's a free will universe, and I had to remind him of that you cannot enslave us to stay under a system unless we choose to be enslaved under that system, and that some of us had enough and we're just going to go do our own things. And I had to remind them that we're not there to actually fight with you. We don't care. You want to have your 1% privilege, you want to have your trillionaires and your billionaires and people starving, and your policies and your global elites and your war and famines and all that. Go for it. We're not stopping you from doing that. And that is the key there. It's a group of individuals who are not even no longer fighting with the system or trying to expose some kind of darkness or the darkness that these systems beholds. It's about walking away from it entirely and starting another civilization on their own. Now, this is in alignment for those of you who knows, like Dolores Cannon, and she talked about the earth splitting, right? That is the beginning of the split. And I've talked about it on my channel as well, about Homo-Sapien splitting into two different evolutionary groups. And I can leave the links in there in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook again, in the comments. Actually, on YouTube, I'll share it in the description box. I apologize. Description box on YouTube and the comments on Facebook. So essentially here, what I'm trying to express is what I saw at some point too is Homo sapiens splitting into two evolutionary groups. And this group, to just paraphrase here the previous video that I made, essentially is people staying under the actual set rules, the set governance, the way things are right now, and going ahead and moving forward with all of the technology that comes along with it, and almost like becoming like techno-sapiens. Outside of that, the group that is splitting and wants to start this own thing, it's all about psychic development. And think of psychic abilities like telekinetic abilities, like real alchemy and genetic modification and restoration and this kind of stuff. So that also falls under the massive Stargate that has been opened in the last year here in South America. And that's a whole other video that I made. And essentially, yes, this Stargate and this new umbrella of people who's going to regroup is, it's all like working together essentially. So I guess this dome is in a way like the people who wants to align themselves. It's a choice. It's a choice. And we have the choice to tune into something different instead of just keep exposing the system. You can make the choice to say, hey, I'm done to the bullshit. You know what? Yes, I resonate with starting something new entirely. And let your heart space guide you from there. And what I saw also is those of you who are going to make that choice, who are in resonance, their heart space is in resonance with starting something new, will be shielded from the old ways. So the old global elites won't actually able to continue to glue you like a spider web type of thing and attach you to this space. This is what I saw, and this is in turn what the dome comes along. It's like an umbrella of jurisdiction protection, if you say. So those of us who do want to start something new, we are protected under this energetic umbrella and are free to do so. Now, I do not need to tell you that this kind of information is out there flying around on social media, on YouTube, in like especially the news channels. Don't expect like it's. I've been doing this for quite a time, and honestly, I had people telling me that when, like, even the people who are subscribed to my YouTube channel, when I post a video, it does not show in their feed. So don't expect this kind of information to just blow up and take over the internet. I think the powers to be don't want the people to know about this in some ways. The global elite's going to make it difficult for us to even find out about this information that I'm sharing right now, because they don't want to lose their people, right? They don't want to lose their slaves. So I guess what I'm getting at here is, if you are watching this video and you do wholeheartedly resonate, please help share the message, because again, this is not something that I feel is going to take over or be known to the public, and to show them that there are other options, unless people put some effort in helping sharing this message because of the nature of it. So if you feel so inclined, please share this post, share this news, talk about it, and subscribe to my channel even if you like, for more of this. So outside of this, what I also see for 2026 is exactly this type of information starting to come to the surface, because previous to 2026, like even 2025, a lot of this light energy has been put towards casting a light on shadowy activities in our current systems. 2026 actually cast a light for a new path that guides us away from all of the current conflicts, so we can just go our own way and say, you know what, thank you, see you later. So in this kind of new way, this new information, and I guess it falls under the big massive Stargate that has been open, is people who are going to be developing practices to hone some serious psychic abilities. Again, think of telekinesis to pull like plastic out of the oceans. And if you think of a Stargate, eventually there will be a structure built around its energy. And again, I've talked about that in a previous video. I can also link in the description box and in the comments below. But it feels like 2026 is the year when we're going to see more and more of that kind of information coming up. Hey, we don't need to fight. Like, this is what we could be focusing on instead. So this is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Isabel, and enjoy the rest of your day.